Welcome back to Let Us Seek the Lord. It's another beautiful day in Payne County, and we're continuing to seek the Lord. Today is one of those days where we have two chapters. We're looking at Numbers 17 and Numbers 18, and today this will be released on May the 9th. So let's get to reading. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, and get from them a rod from each father's house, all their leaders, according to all their father's houses, 12 rods. Write each man's name on his rod. He shall write Aaron's name on the rod of Levi. For there shall be one rod for the head of each father's house. Then you shall place them in the tabernacle of meeting before the testimony, where I meet with you. It shall be that the rod of the man whom I choose will blossom. Thus I'll rid myself of complaints of the children of Israel, which they make against you." So Moses spoke to the children of Israel, and each of their leaders gave him a rod apiece. For each leader received their own father's houses, 12 rods, and the rod of Aaron was among their rods. And Moses placed the rods before the Lord in the tabernacle of witness. Now it came to pass on the next day that Moses went into the tabernacle of witness, and behold, the rod of Aaron of the house of Levi had sprouted and put forth buds, had produced blossoms, and yielded ripe almonds. What a miracle. Then Moses brought out all the rods from before the Lord to all the children of Israel, and they looked, and each man took his rod. And the Lord said to Moses, "Bring Aaron's rod back before the testimony, to be kept as a sign against the rebels, that you may put their complaints away from me, lest they die." Thus did Moses, just as the Lord had commanded him, so he did. So the children of Israel spoke to Moses, saying, "Surely we'll die, we'll perish, we all perish. Whoever even comes near the tabernacle of the Lord must die. Shall we all utterly die?" And the Lord said to Aaron, "You and your sons and your father's house with you shall bear the iniquity related to the sanctuary. You and your sons with you shall bear the iniquity associated with your priesthood. Also, bring with you your brethren of the tribe of Levi, the tribe of your father, that they may be joined with you and serve you while you and your sons are with you before the tabernacle of witness. They shall attend to your needs and to all the needs of the tabernacle, but they shall not come near the articles of the sanctuary and the altar, lest they die, they and you also. They shall be joined with you to attend to the needs of the tabernacle of the meeting, for all the work of the tabernacle. But an outsider shall not come near you. You shall not attend to the duties of the sanctuary and to the duties of the altar." Excuse me, I got that wrong. Again, verse 5. "And you shall attend to the duties of the sanctuary and the duties of the altar, that there may be no more wrath on the children of Israel. Behold, I myself have taken your brethren, the Levites, from among the children of Israel, lest they are a gift to you, given by the Lord to do the work of the tabernacle meeting. Therefore, you and your sons with you shall attend to the priesthood and everything at the altar and behind the veil, and you shall serve. I give you your priesthood to you as a gift for your service, but the outsider who comes near shall be put to death." And the Lord spoke to Aaron, "Here I myself have given you charge of my heave offerings, all the holy gifts of the children of Israel. I've given them as a portion to you and your sons, as an ordinance forever. They shall be yours, and the most holy things reserved from the fire, every offering of theirs, every grain offering, every sin offering, and every trespass offering, which they render to me, shall be most holy for you and your sons. In a most holy place you shall eat it. Every male shall eat it, and it shall be holy to you. This also is yours, the heave offering of their guilt, with all the wave offerings of the children of Israel. I have given them to you, and your sons and daughters with you, as an ordinance forever. Everyone who is clean in your house may eat it. All the best of the oil, all the best of the new wine and the grain, their first fruits which they offer to the Lord, I've given them to you. Whatever first ripe fruit is in their land, which they bring to the Lord, shall be yours. Everyone who is clean in your house may eat it. Every devoted thing in Israel shall be yours. Everything that opens the womb of all flesh, which they bring to the Lord, whether man or beast, shall be yours. Nevertheless, the firstborn of man you shall surely redeem, and the firstborn of unclean animals you shall redeem. And those redeemed of the devoted things you shall redeem when 1 month old, according to your valuation, for 5 shekels of silver, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, which is 20 gerahs. The firstborn of a cow, the firstborn of a sheep, the firstborn of a goat, you shall not redeem. They're holy. You shall sprinkle their blood on the altar and burn their fat as an offering made by fire for a sweet aroma to the Lord. And their flesh shall be yours, just as you wave breast and just as you wave the breast and the right thigh for yours. All the heave offerings of the holy things which the children of Israel offer to the Lord, I have given to you and your sons and daughters with you as an ordinance forever. It is a covenant of salt before the Lord with you and your descendants with you. Then the Lord said to Aaron, you shall have no inheritance in their land, nor shall you have any portion among them. I am your portion and your inheritance among the children of Israel. Behold, I've given the children of Israel all the tithes in Israel as an inheritance in return for the work they performed, the work of the tabernacle of meeting. Hereafter, the children of Israel shall not come near the tabernacle of meeting, lest they bear sin and die. But the Levites shall perform the work of the tabernacle of meeting, and they shall bear their iniquity, and it shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, that among the children of Israel they shall have no inheritance. For the tithes of the children of Israel, which they offer up as a heave offering to the Lord, I have given to the Levites as an inheritance. Therefore I've said to them, among the children of Israel you shall have no inheritance. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak thus to the Levites, and say to them, when you take from the children of Israel the tithes which I have given you from them as your inheritance, then you shall offer up a heave offering of it to the Lord, 1/10 of the tithe. And your heave offering shall be reckoned to you as though it were a grain of threshing floor, and as the fullness of the winepress. Thus you shall also offer a heave offering to the Lord from all your tithes which you receive from the children of Israel, and you shall give the Lord's heave offering from it to Aaron the priest. All of your gifts you shall offer up every heave offering due to the Lord from all the best of them, the consecrated part of them. Therefore you shall say, when you've lifted up the best of it, and the rest shall be accounted to the Levites as the produce of the threshing floor and the produce of the winepress. You may eat it in any place, you and your households, for it's your reward for your work in the tabernacle of meeting. You shall bear no sin because of it. When you've lifted up the best of it, but you shall not profane the holy gifts of the children of Israel, lest you die. I remember reading somewhere once that Martin Luther, the first time that he was to lead in communion, presiding over it as a priest, his first time as a priest to do that, he couldn't do it. The fear of God was so great upon him that he just froze. At one point, his quest to love God, he indicated that he hated God because the standard God set was so high that he couldn't attain it. In his ill-directed pursuit of God, he pursued all kinds of self-inflicted penance in hopes of satisfying the wrath of God against his sin. He descended into the depths of self-flagellation in hopes of bringing life under control to appease God. But it was to no avail until he embraced salvation by grace through faith. He could not provide the sacrifice needed. Here the people were terrified as they considered the wrath of God in relation to his design for authority. Finally, they began to get the importance of his wrath as it related to them. There is a set order of authority that God gives to bring the removal of sin from his people. Yes, the path is through sacrifice. But the people thought that anyone could sacrifice. That was the essence of Korah's rebellion. The people accused Moses of killing the rebels. They still didn't get it. The problem was one of a recognition of authority. They didn't realize that they didn't have the authority to take matters into their own hands. They didn't understand their place in God's redemptive purpose. They wanted a place which did not belong to them. Then the Lord brought forth another miracle to designate to them the source of redemption. The leader of each tribe had to bring his staff or a rod. The rod was a symbol of their authority or power to rule their tribe. The rod was left in the tabernacle overnight. The next day, only the staff of Aaron, representing the tribe of Levi, was fruitful. It bore buds, blossoms, and ripe almonds. Clearly, the miracle indicated that only the line of Aaron bore the authority for priestly intercession. And they began to understand a little bit more about the redemption, that redemption comes from God, not from man. They realized that they had been trying to grasp a place in which they could not obtain and had made a mockery of God's mercy and grace. Numbers 17:12 through 13. So the children of Israel spoke to Moses, saying, "Surely we die, we perish, we all perish. Whoever comes to the tabernacle of the Lord must die. Shall we all utterly die?" Finally, beginning to get it. Sin requires death. The sin has to be removed. Chapter 18 is God's answer to their fear. Yeah, he is the one who redeems, but he chose a specific order for the distribution of that redemption. The sacrifices spoken of, the redemption to come, the sacrifice spoke of the redemption to come, but it was administered in their day through the priesthood. They would bear the guilt of the people. The people could relax and let the sacrifice take care of it. But they also needed to remember that the place of God's people, because of their tremendous responsibility, the priests had no inheritance in the land. The Lord was their inheritance. Wow. Today, Jesus is our sacrifice. It's still administered through him as our high priest. But we are all now a holy priesthood. Our inheritance is in him. Isn't that marvelous? I have the awesome privilege of having him, the creator of the universe, the Lord of all creation, the one who is everywhere present in the universe at once, and the one who's also present here with me, him, the one who's present even in hell. I have the marvelous privilege of having him as my inheritance. But there's still a principle that was seen in Aaron's day. There still are appointed positions of responsibility that God appoints and raises up within the body of the priesthood of the believers. There are still apostles and prophets and evangelists and pastors and teachers. Everyone has a position appointed to them by the Lord. We need to find out who we are and be that. We need to be careful about taking someone else's responsibility. The glory of Jesus is that he takes away our sin so that we can come bodily before the throne. Excuse me, I said bodily. So that we can come boldly before the throne. He takes our fear and he replaces it with joy. We don't have to cringe before him anymore. If our sin had been taken care of, certainly we would cringe. He'd be fierce in that case. But we can repent and enter into his courts with praise, with thanksgiving, and with joy. Wow, indeed, we serve a glorious King. So speak his glory to someone today.